The real world professors have been telling you to accumulate crypto. We told you which ones to accumulate, and we told you why. Now the price is going up, everybody's making money. You could have had these tips and you could have learned how to make money in a very easy way, in a very simple system for $49 a month. But you didn't sign up because you thought you were too smart. You're an arrogant idiot who thought $49 a month is not worth the investment. Instead, you're gonna save your money and now you're gonna lose out on thousands because you're a dummy. You know what? You're never going to work it out by yourself. You need people around you. You need perspicacity, which is amplified by your network. You need people who know more than you do. You need teachers. You need people to work beside to motivate you. We're living in a transitional period where the matrix is broken.
GM, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, taking a look at Bitcoin dominance, plus looking at some of the upcoming potential narratives into November that are just lurking in the distance. Starting off here though with the dominance chart and a quick word on Andrew Tate coming back here to show crypto. Definitely not a bad sign. Definitely early bull market vibes. The fact that he's showing off crypto as an escape hatch for normies to get involved with in order for them to free themselves from the matrix. He's a smart guy. He knows crypto is going to sell. He's able to sell his course off the back of that. And he also knows BlackRock, etc. coming in. It's highly likely we're in the very early stages here of a Bitcoin bull market. So hopefully Cobra Tate is going to pump our bags. Now looking here at the Bitcoin dominance chart, as you can see, BTC dominance really taking a step up here with the move higher towards 35k. Bit of a pullback today. We're at 33.9s right about now. But we're going to look at what the potential cases are here for Bitcoin dominance, because earlier this morning, people were saying, look, bit of a pullback. It was down like 1% from the high. Are we about to see a mega altcoin rally? But if we actually do want to see a mega altcoin season, we actually want to see BTC continue to just lead and dominate on the way up. Likely that would coincide with the ETF approval before we could see an actual move down for dominance and the altcoins to actually melt face. That would be once those BTC maxis have made a lot of money and then want to play in the altcoin space. A quick look at Bitcoin here, 32.5 is the white marker on here. We'd like to see that hold for the bullish posturing to continue, but this is a huge actual time span that we've spent under this level. So having broken out from a range that we spent 529 days in is obviously of significance. And you can see a lot of the good traders on crypto Twitter are very much flipping the bear to bull switch and saying, look, we've broken out of this eternal range. It looks like it is go time. And to the flip side of that, you're seeing a lot of people still coping on the sidelines, hoping for a nuke to enter. So in terms of Bitcoin dominance, what are we seeing here? Well, currently we're in a period where Bitcoin dominance is going up, plus the Bitcoin price is also going up. So alt's price should be going down. This should denote in Satoshi value. However, they could still be pulled up by the bootstraps on their USD pairings, which obviously looks good in your portfolio. But in terms of Satoshi value, they're probably likely still losing. Of course, there are anomalies out there. And what we're looking to see is Bitcoin dominance to actually stabilize or even pull back for us to get the opportunity for some up action in Satoshi value, which would obviously double into some big gains in USD value. As this points out here, the best option here would be for Bitcoin dominance to start to fall as the Bitcoin price continues to lead upwards. And that would lead to an altcoin cascade, an alt season. And those are the type of events where you get no sleep and they come around once in every 2-3 years. But also on the table here, we do have Bitcoin dominance potentially going down with a stable Bitcoin price. If Bitcoin has found a bit of a local top at 35s and can just hover around 34, 35k here, still in a bullish posturing, BTC dominance does come down, alts should start to move up. Now, one chink in the armor here is the fact that ETH BTC continues to look very weak and obviously makes up a large proportion of Bitcoin dominance. And if ETH is not performing well, you typically don't get the full follow through of all the alts moving. So what I do think we're probably going to see is rotations in specific sectors here. So that brings us on to potential narrative moves and that kind of stuff, where we're going to see maybe the altcoins slowly but steadily break out, but maybe one at a time and not all en masse. This was by Pentoshi just earlier, showing you the total 3 market cap. So this is the total crypto market cap minus Bitcoin and ETH. And he's saying, check this out, 1718 all-time high has been an area of significance throughout the whole of the 2022 and 2023 bear. If we just zoom in a little bit, you can see acts as a support here and here in November of 22, acts then as resistance here in May of 23. Then in the summer, we moved up to it once again. Again, it was resistance. And then most recently, we are back towards this level around 350 billion market cap on total 3, that 2017-18 all-time high region, but it is currently capping us. So Pentoshi's analysis was that we're likely to see yearly highs on total 3. So taking out the highs posted here and here, somewhere in the region of 400 billion US, and potentially we do get a run towards this line up here. And that was the bottom of the 2021 summer low and the very top of the range in 2022. So that of course would be some more breathing space for the altcoins to run, but this does not have to happen altogether. We might just see sector rotations and a move up towards these levels as we progress over the coming months. So just like the start of this year, we had a lot of rotation trades on the table. So just looking at some of these, eyeing them up in terms of their potential here, we have things in the month of November. This is November 6th. OpenAI with its developer conference. So the first DevCon for OpenAI, obviously the guys behind ChatGPT, Sam Altman and co. And this is one of the few narratives that really is on a macro scale. Everyone just talks about AI nonstop. You listen to your favorite podcast, they're probably mentioning AI. And this is very much something that can capture the imagination of normies and thus get a bid in the crypto space. OpenAI to preview new tools potentially. And so what we have is a load of the AI coins likely to do well off the back of this. If we are to see some bullish momentum continued here for altcoins and we get potentially a sector rally off the back of this, the leaders here are Tau, that is BitTensor, then we have FET, and then Agix, which is Singularity Net. So Tau is currently the number one in terms of it's up 36% over this time frame. So a potential market leader there. I would, however, suggest that this marked up a lot off the back of one particular influencer. I think it was Algod aping in with massive size and then shilling it. But Tau, of course, is a very fundamentally strong project and actually mimics OpenAI with ChatGPT with its version of a large language model. We do have FET, which is probably going to be the centralized exchange leader in the AI coins, and then Agix down there. Those are the kind of picks that I'll be looking towards in terms of trading this narrative. I think FET is an obvious and easy pick for a market leader. And when you look at the overall market cap of AI as well, it is really, really low, 3 billion only in total. And of course, you have the likes of Render chucked in there as well, making up almost 1 billion of the 3. FET is only 300 mil market cap. It wouldn't be surprising if you see some of these major narratives like AI, the top coins run into big multiples of billions of dollars. And so it's likely there's tons of juice left to be squeezed within these narratives. Maybe also worth checking out what exchanges they're on. FET is pretty much on all of them, Coinbase, Binance, etc. Singularity Net, not currently on Coinbase. Render also not on Coinbase. Just wondering if the normies really start to ape coins. You maybe want to see the biggest movers come from the ones that have tapped into the most exchanges. We also have this early November Ape Fest from the Ape Coin and Bored Ape Yacht Club. This is taking place in the first week of November as well. First in real life experience, leaving the shores of the US, Hong Kong, November 3rd to the 5th. ApeCoin almost epitomizes the animal spirit of crypto, and when they do have big events on, typically this coin does pump like crazy and then pulls back after the events, as you typically would see, but things seem exceptionally tribal within the ApeCoin community in terms of how it trades. This is the current setup at 126, a nice movement off the lows here, maybe targeting this range up here, which is also a weekly range, somewhere in the region of 180. November 7th to the 10th, we also have the NeoCon 2023 in Lisbon, Portugal. Again, likely to be filled with hype and talking points around this event. And there will be traders positioning around this going into that first week of November. This is the chart over 90 days, as you can see. Nice bit of lift off here. And another potential narrative on the table there for Neo. And they seem to be doing quite a bit around account abstraction as well, which is obviously a narrative that is key to crypto adoption right about now. Then a consistent, interesting one is, of course, Rollbit with their profits being shoved back into the buying and burning of the RLB token. And what we do currently see is that the majority of sports are now back in season. The English Premier League, the NBA here, the NHL. We also have typically a lot of banger fights in different sports coming in towards the end of the year, whereas Q1 is typically a little bit quieter. So the profit levels of Rollbit also likely continue up in towards the end of the year here. Current price somewhere around 18 cents. The whales do smash this about non-stop. All-time high 21.5 up there. A bit of a bullish retest potentially here with the sell-off today. Let's see if this continues higher. This was from Chiefing Czar. The RLB burn in a bull market is going to be a phenomenon to watch. Bull markets usually characterized by extreme supply hoarding. Price often feels like it's getting chased up because no one really sells. But throwing in a credible non-stop buyer can turn things a little crazy, he says. And you would tend to agree with that with the amount of on-chain burning we can now witness. If we do get these bullish continuations for altcoins and for crypto more broadly here, it looks like the all-time highs for RLB get smashed through pretty damn quick. The final thing of note is the Solana altcoin space, which I do think will absolutely bang at some points. You have Cypher Trade, which is currently having its LBC, liquidity bootstrapping curve, ongoing. So you can actually buy into this token from the get-go. Here is the distribution, almost 45-50% of tokens. It is in fact 50% of the tokens are up in this sale, as they've added 25 mil from the team tokens to make up for an issue ongoing with a hack. Here is the LBC. The price of the Cypher token will continue to decay and go down until the 27th of October when this one ends. So that is tomorrow. They've sold 16 mil tokens out of 400 up for grabs. And so if it continues on this trajectory, the price is going to keep coming down, somewhere below 8 mil in FTV, it looks like. But the Solana tokens, if they are to have a full DeFi renaissance, I think a lot of these will absolutely bang later in the cycle. I made a small acquisition of some Cypher tokens earlier, and yesterday I did participate in the LBP for Flowmatic. The token is now fully trading. It is underwater currently in my position as I bought in around 21.5 cents, but we'll look to double down and add some more here at 11 cents. I mean, no one actually managed to buy tokens under 9 cents yesterday anyway, so it seemingly can't go any lower. Famous last words. So Bitcoin hanging out at around 34,000, Bitcoin dominance potentially having a bit of a stall before moving on up. Super interested to see how this does play out over the coming weeks, but it definitely feels like over this past week, a switch has firmly been flipped and we are looking a lot more bullish here. So long may that continue. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. See you in the next one. Peace.